Hi everyone, Austin Parkinson here. In the last two videos I talked about Scooby-Doo WWE WrestleMania Mystery and Scooby-Doo WWE 2 WrestleMania. No, Curse of the Speed Demon, sorry. And since Curse of the Speed Demon was so weird, I decided to do a quick little mini review of another weird Scooby-Doo movie about a talent show. That's a thing. So I'm just gonna cut to the chase. It's the Phantom of the Opera, but there's like several different Phantoms. The original one back in the 70s is named Steve. He thought he was deformed, even though the only mirror he ever looked in was a funhouse mirror. He, by the end of the movie, becomes the new host of the talent show, so yay, that's his arc. The second Phantom they caught was a guy by the name of Mel Richmond, who inherited the place when his father passed, and he wanted to burn the place down to collect the insurance, because he couldn't rent it out at all until the talent show people, talent star people came around to get it. The third one they caught was the actual Phantom who's been messing around with all the contestants. We'll talk to him about him later. And the fourth one was the assistant director, Dewey Ottoman, who used it to like steal the soap diamond to complete his collection of cleanliness themed artifacts. And after a car chase, they where Scooby and the gang save the diamond from him. They trick him and yada yada yada. By the end of the movie, they get into a tie with a violinist, and because of the fact that she's competing, because if they don't get the money, their family will lose the farm that's been in their family for generations, which also has her father's parents buried there. So Fred and Daphne end up doing a sweet thing and end up after a song where they kiss. We'll talk about that more later. They do some bad stand-up jokes that Scooby and Shaggy did earlier in the movie, which I don't... Okay, I'll point out my problem with that later. So yeah, and after that, it shows that the host of Talent Star was milking the publicities, and they were basically treating it like there were so many different Phantoms in this. But anyway, let's talk about the main thing. As I mentioned, Fred and Daphne are are participating in a show. Scooby and Shaggy want to be in it, but they are it's the finals, but yada yada yada. There's a magician. He's irrelevant, so he never comes up again, because the Phantom pushed him off the catwalk, blah 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 blah. Girlosaurus Rex, which is a band of girls who are heavy metal, dinosaur themed, and they used to be a country act, blah blah blah. The Phantom broke their instruments, they leave, blah blah blah. Ventriloquist, who sits on his dummy's lap, who the Phantom somehow sets the dummy's foot on fire, he leaves, blah blah blah. And then there was Lotta. And I gotta ask this, because when we were introduced to Lotta, it was after Shaggy and Scooby went to a pizza place and got a pizza the size of a very large table, of course. And Lotta comes in saying some pretty dark stuff, like, I will leave nothing but those scarves, their families will cry over their corpses. And back to the whole scarves thing, numerous times in different movies, Freddy would go, "It's an ascot," like in Abacadabra-Doo. So, yeah. Anyway, so... And it was said that they named off some of the competitions that Lotta was in, like America's Got Singing. Weird name, but America's Got Talent, so okay. Sing or Die. Kind of high stakes, but okay. I mean, we have, for some reason, Naked and Afraid, and people could die doing that, so I guess. But then one of them was Singity Sing Song Sing. I'm not making that up. I don't know who or why they would name a competition Singity Sing Song Sing. That's just so lazy. Anyway. After this, I'm gonna get a drink. My throat's starting to get all dry. So yeah, blah blah blah. The Phantom, who we're still talking about, sneaks into a room and switches her, like, you know, those like squirt bottles that singers like spray into their voices to help them sing, you know, like to moisten their throat or whatever it does, with like a lemon spray, and it messes with her voice and it ticks her off. And so of course she's out, leaving just Fred and Daphne, the violinist, and another girl who's not only a brat who sings a very inappropriate song for her age, which is Home Wrecker, but her parents are also very, very annoying enablers. And I'm just gonna, because I already told you all the stuff that the ghost does, and after Shaggy and Scooby literally bump into the ghost after he switches Lotta's thing around, he chases Shaggy and Scooby with the theme of the movie played instrumental form, which I honestly love, because I love listening to that instrumental version of the theme. So he chases Shaggy and Scooby around with a meat cleaver, I might add. So yeah, almost committing murder. Not batting an eye. So yeah, so it turns out that sorry, the Phantom is Chrissy's dad, which is the little brat. So yeah, and in this one, Daphne says that it's pretty obvious that she has a crush on Fred. Velma is all like, "Oh wow, gee, what a shocker! I never would have guessed." And during the end credits, Daphne's asking if Fred kissed her because he really likes her, or if it was just part of the show. And Velma says, "Just talk to him." And while Fred is filling up the fuel tank after Shaggy and Scooby come out from the little convenience store thing, or whatever it's called, the gas station thing, with some snacks, they ask Fred what's wrong. He says it's driving him nuts. Did she kiss him because he likes him, or was it just part of the show, and does she know that he likes her too? And they say, how many times do we have to say, just talk to her? And while they were trying to, they hear on the Velma reads an article from a paper saying that there was a monster at a place called Goose Lake. So they go, okay, yeah, let's go check it out. And so they do that. So yeah, and that's the end of the movie. It's weird, long, ungodly annoying with the whole several different monster things. And it is kind of weird that they took the whole Phantom of the Opera thing and like spread it out and just like put it through the grinder. But yeah, that's the mini review. It is kind of funny. It's weird, but yeah, it does have its moments. Anyway, my throat's killing me. This has been my mini review of Scooby-Doo Stage Fright. See you all next time. I need a new outro. Later.